I'm Justine Moore, 25 years old, and it's the 14th of December, 2024. Brief as well. Brief. Okay. January, February. Not brilliant. March, April, getting better. Starting to feel like I can. Just getting better in my brain. March, April, and then we hit end of April. We turn 25, and then I get the big old acting job. And I would say, like, you know, and then my life changed. I don't feel like right now my life is like that different, but it obviously is life changing. So flipped everything on its head at the end of April, and then May, June, July, bit of August. We're filming in Bristol, having the time of our lives, and then come back to Knots, having good times, happy times in and outside of the brain, and lived with the boys for a little bit, Harvey and Kieran, in Bilborough, and then went to live in Stapleford for a little bit, and then we're like reaching right at the end of the year, and then here we are. That was brief. I did it. The Forsyths, of course. That's it. I can't really.
And just to clarify, what is that?
Sorry. Yeah, period drama. And shall I just go into, shall I just say, like, it was within a week. That week. You know what? I don't even know if that's the highlight. I don't think that week of, like, the process of getting it was the highlight, because that was insanely. I don't want to say stressful, but it, like, in terms of, like, what it did to my body, the stakes were so high, and it was so insane. Like, I was just like, I don't know what's going on, what's happening, and yeah, it happened within a week, and then I had about 4 days to let the news sink in, and in that 4 days I went to Portugal for a holiday by myself, because I planned to go to Portugal for my 25th birthday, because I wanted to go do something to make me feel good about myself, and so yeah, went to Portugal, turned 25, and then went and filmed the period drama, 6 episodes, a main character in a period drama, which is fucking insane. And obviously I said to you, I watched back the last interview, and it's just I mean, that made me relive that week of me being like, how, like, the unpredictability, like, it's like, it's just winning the lottery, but more, because your life is changing in a way that's like, I'm going to be doing something that I enjoy for the next few months, and then you know, potentially being able to actually do the career that I really, really want to do, and that your whole life is like leading up to that point where you're like, you know, because there's so many states, but I don't know, yeah, insane. I don't know how to summarise it. I had lots of thoughts on how I could summarise it before, and now I can't. Did I explain what it was enough?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like, the coolest thing. The character so fun, such a joy to do. And then the actual production itself is such a cool, fun thing. You've got period drama with dresses, bespoke dresses, and a big ensemble cast where you're just in this family of people, and the crew was all really nice, and it was just really good. It was really, really, really good. Fuck's sake. I don't know. One thing I got, okay, no, we won't say that. I mean, yeah, no, I won't say that again. Because, that's up to the universe to decide a little bit as well. I think I did a lot this year. The year there's just so much growth. And I think that spanned the whole year. It wasn't just starting at the point when I went and did that job, although there was a lot of growth that happened on that job and then afterwards. But before it was a lot of stuff to go through again. It felt like, I think I remember January and February. Actually, yeah, I felt like I was revisiting all the problems of when I was 15. So working through a lot of stuff again. But then by the end of this year, there's something itching my collarbone and it's really getting to me. So we haven't got rid of the sensory issues, so we won't get rid of them. But the growth of, what was it? It was growth, right?
One thing you accomplished.
Okay, and I'll say the accomplishment with inside my own head is that I've experienced by the end of the year being able to feel or just experience a little bit inside my head what it feels like to just this whole new way of being inside my own head that is that's how I was supposed to be talking to myself or looking at life. Because I always obviously tried really hard to try and rectify it, but it's like wanting to build up a certain muscle in your shoulder, for example, and you're like, well, I don't even know, or trying to move your ears, right? And you can't move your ears because you're like, I don't even know how to feel that muscle, and then you manage to do it once, and you're like, oh wait, I can feel where the muscle is now, and I can do it. It's that inside my own head, and I didn't know what it looked. I couldn't remember what it looked like, and I felt, and now I've got that tangible thing. I can keep trying to retrain it, and that is the biggest achievement. I can just feel my life changing, and it's within because of what I'm in control of, and it's not necessarily massive changes on the outside, but my world is changing, and it's really cool.
And what more could you want from that? Really?
Yeah, I know.
That's a huge achievement.
Amazing year, yeah. I didn't fix that table. I didn't fix the table that I fucked up the veneer on. Really wish I fixed it, but there was no time. I mean, I've moved out of my mum's house, and obviously I've been away, and I really wish I fixed that table. But anything deeper than that? I mean, I just feel quite happy with what I just feel like it would have been hard to achieve. I mean, because there's things I could have achieved, but I don't think it's like trying to be you've got a to-do list for the day and you ticked everything off, but then you're like, oh yeah, but I could have done all the things that I need to do tomorrow as well. There's more things to be done, but I'm pretty happy with. I think it's been a great year, and I've tried very hard, and I'm just looking forward to. No, I mean, I feel like we'll get to a different question. That's the okay, the table.
The table.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh no! Oh, I didn't check. I didn't double check Spotify before we started. Supposed to do that on the walk here.
You can check.
I'm gonna have to look. Where's my phone? Well, I'm going to say one that there's so many music artists that I've listened to this year, like new ones, and also just enjoyed just new media. So there's a lot, but I really, really like Timber Tomba, and I think that's how you say it. Tomba, that's how you say Tomba, like with the Timber. That's Tomba, right?
T-I?
Timbre. B-R-E. Timber, B-E-R. Tomba, B-R-E. When it's Tomba in terms of music, sound quality. Tomba. I think it's Timber Tomba. Timber. I don't fucking know.
Either way, I love the name.
Really good though. So good. Just like... It's cool as fuck. Like, it's like dark, really good with headphones, and yeah, no, we'll go with that. There's so many, I'm not going to read them all out. Maybe I will, I don't know, we'll see. There's another question, I can read them all out in that one. My most listened to song was Verbatim by that's Mother. Verbatim by Mother. That's a fun song to dance to. Is this all of our music questions?
This is the last music question.
The last music question. Well, I am answering the question. We're trying to be concise, aren't we? But it just feels like I want to talk about it.
You can elaborate.
I want to talk about more. Well, one thing is that I was right about my most listened to song in January was Subterraneans by Willie J. Healy. So I was actually dead on the money in my last interview. And so we've got Mother and Cake as the top, like the top songs. And Wolfman and Evangeline. But the top fucking artist again... Guess what it is? Do you remember what I said last time?
I don't think I do.
It's always Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, yeah.
I didn't even think I listened to them that much this year. But I think they in my liked songs a lot, so they just come up a lot. So there's bloody Arctic Monkeys in it. But Willie J. Healy's in there again on the top artist, and we've got Cake. And then there was just so many artists that I just so much new music of all different genres. So it's been a great year for media in general, like just consuming new stuff and enjoying it. It feels good on the brain. That completes the question, Steph.
Great.
Film, The Outrun. Did you see it?
I did not. Is that the one with Saoirse Ronan?
Mm-hmm. I saw so many films again this year, so many that I loved, but that one hit me a lot. I loved it. Saoirse Ronan's brilliant, and like there was so much crying for me in the film that wasn't necessarily at the points where it's like because you're sad for the character, just crying because it was just like intense.
What was it you specifically loved about that film?
The poetry in it was great. It was kind of like mixed medium. There was parts of like animation in it, which was really cool. And there's a lot of good. And I watched, I think, a lot of films that were like on the same level or just as hitting the point just as well. But that one, you know, certain films hit you at the right time in your life or like resonate with you more. So that one was my one. And because she's just turning 30 and she's fighting addiction. Like I'm not an alcoholic or anything. But that whole journey is just a human one. So, and I do have experiences with addiction generally as a concept, like because you can get addicted to thought patterns and substances that are less intense, you know, that you think are helping you, and those cycles that you get stuck in. It was just and it was like this coming of age for her at 30, which was just really great. It was really great. I loved it. I think there was... can I have a check just to see if there's anything... I think there's going to be like series. Well, I've started watching a lot more Studio Ghibli at the moment, and I'm really liking that. I'm loving it. Like, and I can watch as a comfort, you have your comfort shows, maybe just to help you wind down in the evening. And usually they'd be shows that I've already seen, because you don't want too much new stimulus to try and calm your brain down. But I can watch a Studio Ghibli film that I've never seen before as the wind down, because it's just so cosy. Watching Kiki's delivery service, like the second time last night, just so cosy. And she lives in a little attic room, and I do. And she's a witch, and so am I. Studio Ghibli and The Outrun. I haven't decided on any. I don't often do them, but I know that last time I'd done like that mood board thing. I haven't looked at the mood board in quite a while. I think that got thrown out the window, but like not in a bad way. Just didn't really need it. But I want to persist with certain, like, just sort of stay on track, basically. Continue to engage more in society. Like...
What do you mean by that?
Okay. It makes sense to me, but, like, unknowingly, I think... I don't think I've said this out loud in a concise way, so I'm trying to formulate it. Like, for a long time... like, partaking in culture, like, in mainstream culture, and feeling like I'm part of it, and I'm in the flow of people, with people, rather than this thing that sits on the outside... and looks in and observes and then tries to mimic it to join in. So an analogy or a parallel would be when I first got Facebook when I was, 14 or something, I would scroll through Facebook and look at it all, but I would never like anything or do anything or interact in any way, because I'm just sort of, I'm sat on the outside observing, and I've really found, and that's because that was a coping mechanism, safety thing, whatever. And now I'm feeling like I'm in a place where just feeling whatever, partaking in things and wanting to be part of communities and wanting to be part of a fandom. I never wanted to be part of a fandom, because I felt for some reason I had this thing, I'm not, I like Arctic Monkeys, but I'm not part of the, do you know what I mean? I don't know why, but actually, if I like Studio Ghibli, connecting to people about that thing, or just finding connection with other humans.
Do you think part of that is down to the fact that because you've had a good year in terms of personal growth, and you maybe now feel safer within yourself, so you can kind of open that up to others?
Yeah, for sure. That's the whole thing, and it's a shame that I had to feel secure to do that, because actually that's the thing that's healing, but it required a certain level of settled, confidence in myself. To be able to come as I am and be okay with whether people accept me or not, or just know that also that the right people will accept me, and that's fine. And so that's the resolution. Is to put myself out there, put myself out there, art and, you know, all of that, because if I'm expressing myself, it doesn't need to be good enough. For who? For what? Just put myself out there because that's me, and I don't need to. It doesn't need to be. Yeah.
To exist truthfully.
Yes. Yeah. Because isn't that so much easier? Isn't that so much more straightforward? And to I'm staying active. Like I had said that last time about, I was like, you know, trying to balance how much to exercise and go outside more and but like, it just like, I love that, and it's doing great things for my brain, and connecting with humans. I like meeting people and learning about them, and that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of. Yeah. I am going to move to London next month, which is such a capitalist thing to do, isn't it? But I've always wanted to live in London for a little bit, and just, you know, we'll see whether I like it or not. But so I'm gonna move to London in January, to go put myself out there and meet people and enjoy life. And that's probably about as much as I can. It's plans, right?
Plans.
That's probably as much as I can plan. The plan that, and then I really just want to learn more. That's another thing where I'm like, whoa, I didn't realise how much of a positive effect that had on my brain, like just along with consuming a lot of like new media, but I just really like learning. Sounds wanky as fuck, but like that's what I remember. Like that's what I remember really finding so exciting about life when I was like a kid, like, you know, fresh teenager. Loved all my lessons. I love learning so much, and having a more relaxed mental space towards the end of this year, I'm able to absorb a lot more, and it feels so good. So I want to learn more. I don't know which direction that's going to go in yet, because I do tend to be like, I want to learn everything, and then spread itself a bit thin. But so I won't pin myself down, but I know that I'm going to learn a lot more in terms of like sort of like if it's science or literature or something like that. Like I want to do that, and I'll be going to London. I want like music, you know, I want to get better at my instruments and all of that, and build on skills, like if there's like any kind of like physical skills, stuff like that. I'm excited. We should write them down so I actually do them. I'll do that.
Or record them.
But I'm only going to get this in a year, Steph. It's too late by that point.
Too true.
Okay, well, you know, I'm going to go my own way with this. Because one thing I will say is that in relation to the fact that I've just said that I'm moving to London next month, I remember in the last one, in this question, I think at the start of the question I go like, oh no, or was it, maybe it was the last question, I don't know, but I sort of sigh and then I go, oh, I was about to say it probably looks the same, but that's quite sad or something, because I don't want it to be the same. And like that my prediction was that like, oh, I probably can't move to London, and oh, I want to, you know, maybe do a bit of, and like just the fact that like I am is really cool. But predictions for the Steph, well, you know, it's not looking great. I don't think it's ever looking that great at the moment, is it? It's like worldwide, it's not good. But I don't think I'm, like I said last time, as clued up as I could be in order to answer it in a informed way. So next year, I'll partake more in society and actually know what the fuck's going on a little bit more. And maybe next time I'll be able to answer you a bit better. I don't know predictions for next year, but I hope that it's not as bad as this one.
This time next year you'll be so clued up. You'll
Yeah.
give the most insightful predictions.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Are you predicting that for yourself?
No. Because sometimes I don't know, like... No, actually, yeah, because I've been listening to more podcasts on politics and stuff because I actually want to know what's going on in the world. Because if I want to learn about history and all of that, I want to also know what's happening now, so it just gives you a holistic view of life. I want that. So, yeah, maybe I am making that prediction. But I think I'll still be too reserved to say anything because I feel like I'm going to sound stupid because I don't actually know what the fuck's going on. Who does? I don't know. Who knows? As we've learned from last time, I don't know. I've got mint in my tooth. It's all up in my tooth. Without a mint in my tooth. Hopefully that'll come out of my tooth by the time, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't take quite so long.
Well, I'll have lived in London for a bit. I think I'll still be in London. I reckon, because it's not going to be less than a year that I live there. I don't think, unless it's terrible. But I think I've got to give it a fair shot. So I'll probably be in London. And you just don't bloody know. I don't know. Either London or somewhere else. Like, that I've not been, but maybe I live in another country. Who knows? That's a lot for a year. But maybe.
It is a lot of moving around.
Yeah, and I'm sick of that, actually. I've lived in too many places. This year. Not in life. I think I always find this hard because I'm like, you can't change the way it went down. It needed to go down the way it went down. But I would like it. Yeah, if I had the knowledge that I have now, I'd just say, go get a sublet somewhere. Go move out for a bit. It's worth it. But I didn't know that at the time because I just really wanted to save money. So, I was doing what was right for the time, and it could have been. It would have been the if the year hadn't have gone how it went, like it would have been the right thing to do. But yeah, no, I would say move out because it would just help everything, and like not only go outside and look at the sky, but like walk as well. Like go outside and then walk for a bit. I do that a lot now, just like incrementally throughout, not incrementally, sporadically throughout the day, just go outside and just walk around the block. It does wonders. So go do that and give you, like, look after your human. Like, wake up in the morning and if you're not feeling great, you go, well, imagine you've got a kid. If that kid wakes up and they're like, oh, I'm really sad today, what would you do for them to try and make them feel better? do that and give them a hug. And because that is actually what you are doing. There's a lot of the time when I think when you're not feeling great that you're in a... I'm making myself cringe. Your inner child is there, and actually you just need to... There's been a few times when I've made myself quite emotional because I've been it's really sunk in that I'm like, you're kind of talking to your 12-year-old self in your head, and it makes you cry because that 12-year-old then starts to cry. They're like, oh my God, yeah, thank you, I just needed someone to look after me. And so do that and just look after yourself as if you're looking after a child, because that's what you're doing, and move out. Self-care from a new perspective. Okay. I think I know what that thing is, or that looks like I'd say, yeah, but I don't know what that is. Like we've just made that up. No one. That's not. Do you know what I mean? You can't. That's not. I'm getting closer to knowing what a content life looks like. Hopefully, I can see a future now where I'm content, and we're just on the beginning of that journey now. So I'm generally, yeah. I mean, I will say that I've never been happier in my adult life, which is pretty crazy. And that's not to say that there wasn't reasons to be happy before, and circumstances, and but that just that, yeah, I've managed to do it. So happy in the majority of the time, I would say, and that's really cool, isn't it? Happiest year I've ever had. Woohoo! I can't believe we've got through all the questions. I feel like it was succinct, but wait till this comes out and it'll be longer than the last one. I'm happy.
Thank you, Justine.